South Africa, imagine having a law in place where you punish those that obey the law and yet you empower the criminals. Sound crazy? Well, the government wants to take the guns away from those that are legal gun owners. And this is through the Firearms Control Amendment Bill that they are trying to push and pass through Parliament. Absolutely crazy thing. So what I want to do in this video is I want to just break down the story a little bit and then give some clear call to actions as well, which will position you to be empowered in the midst of the corruption happening around you. Because in life, there are some things that you and I can control, and there are other things that you and I can't control. There are some things that you and I can change, and then there are also some things that you and I can't change. And the idea is to focus only on what you and I can change. Otherwise, you'll live a very hopeless life. So like this video. Let's see if we can get this video up to at least 150 likes. Also consider becoming a member today and drop your comments down there below. So with that being said, welcome to the William Moyses Show. Sambanani Tobela Dumilang. Goeiemiddag and good afternoon, South Africa. Welcome. Okay, so the Firearms Control Amendment Bill is a very contentious piece of legislation which will make it more difficult for South Africans to get a gun. Ian Cameron, the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Police, has slated legislation as a way for the government to disarm law-abiding citizens. Because one of the things that they want to do is that they want to remove the clause where you and I are able to get a gun legally based off of simply having it for self-defense. And this is very fascinating because during the State of the Nation address, one of the primary issues again that resulted or that came up was the problem with crime. And this is why I want to make this point over here from the get-go. Number one, it is a God-given right for you to be able to protect yourself as a citizen in the country that you ultimately live. Okay, you should be, I should be, our family should be able to protect themselves from criminals, from people who decide to do some very evil, wicked things. We should have the ability to ultimately protect ourselves, and the government should honor that right. Obviously, they are trying to shift and shake things over here, which is why I want to share this part of the message here today. One of the names of God, and I don't know what you believe about God, but let me just share this and then you can make up your mind about this, okay? Deal? Siyabangena? Okay, yes, here we go. We're going forward. One of the names of God is El Roy, meaning the God who sees. And I want you to realize and know today, South Africa, that God sees everything that's busy happening in your life, in my life, in your family, my family, our families. God sees everything happening within the parliament. God sees everything that's busy happening within this country. And God is just. He hates wrongdoing. He hates robbery. He hates all of these things. He actually wants us to prosper. He actually wants us to progress. He actually wants our lives to be abundant so that we can be a blessing, the blessing we ought to be towards those whom we genuinely cherish and care for. So I want you to know that even though there's all this craziness that's busy happening, place your faith in God. He's El Roy, the God who sees. He sees your pain. He sees your frustration. He sees the anger. He sees all of these things. And not only is he the God who sees, but he's also Jehovah Rapha. He's the God who heals. And he wants to heal you spiritually, emotionally, physically, well, whatever area of your life needs healing. He wants to bring healing over that area. Because again, certain people are going to make certain decisions. They're going to respond a particular type of way. And this doesn't mean that you and I mustn't engage. No, you must do what you must, all right? Register to vote. When there's certain documents being sent around for you to sign that's coming against this type of legislation, all right? Sign it. Play your part. Be vocal about it moving forward. However, just know that your destiny is not in the hands of a worldly government. And you should stop surrendering your destiny to a worldly government and to just people. Stop giving other people so much power over your own life. In other words, get off of the throne of your own life and allow Jesus Christ to come and sit on the throne of your life. Because as you begin to seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, all the other things will be added untowards your life. Because not only is he El Roy, not only is he Jehovah Rapha, all right, he's also our protector. And he's the one that protects us. I'm here to tell you today, sir. I'm here to tell you today, ma'am, that you are on this earth for an assignment. You're not just here by chance. You're not just here to complain about everything that's busy going wrong around you. You are here to make a difference. You are here to make an impact. You have been called for a time such as this. And I want you to know that irrespective of all this crazy legislation that's happening around us, begin to pray. Begin to trust that God will shift and move things the way He's designed them to ultimately move, so that you and I can move forward. Now is not a time for us to lose hope, even though the temptation is there. But I'm here to tell you today that God's plan for your life has not changed. Hear me today. God's plan for your life has not changed. He's got a plan and purpose for your life for this year. And therefore, you and I should be trusting and believing Him to help us to become the men and women that He's intended for us to be this year. Lord, help us to become those people. Help us to do what you, God, have intended for us to do this year. It's time for you to get out of the boat of comfort and convenience and start to fulfill your calling. Because again, you know what's worse than corruption? It's cowardice. It's cowardice. Knowing that you should be doing something, but you're not doing it because you're scared of what Tom, Dick, and Harry's going to say. You're scared of what the government's going to do. It's cowardice. And God hasn't given us a spirit of fear or timidity or cowardice, but a spirit of power to get the job done, of love so we can continue to connect with one another. We can continue to put our differences aside and truly walk in love and love your neighbor as you love yourself. And a sound mind where you and I are able to grasp the vision that God has for our lives and begin to step into that place. God's got a plan for you. He's got a plan for you. So you can either become miserable and become a complainer and a grumbler and die in the wilderness, or you and I can begin to trust God and begin to step into and move across into the promised land. That's your decision, champ. But some of you, I'm telling you this right now, and I'm telling you this out of a place of love. You are giving other people too much power over your life. It's time for you to step into the destiny that God has for your life. And some people are going to clap hands for you. Some people are going to spit on you. Some people are going to love you. Other people are going to hate you. But at least you are stepping into the calling that God has for your life. Please, champs, please, 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 please. Corruption can only exist because there are cowardly people who have the ability to say something but say nothing, who have the ability to do something but they do nothing. So we can all point fingers at the government. Yes, we can. However, our biggest problem is us. It's us. And once you and I repent of our sin and turn back towards the one true living God and begin to live out the purpose He's called us to live out, champion, corruption will begin to decline. Crime will begin to decline. All these other things that we see will begin to decline. If not you, then who? If not now, then when? Thank you for watching. If you got value out of this video, please share it far and wide, and let's encourage and educate, equip, and really fight for the future of this beautiful country. Okay? God's got us. Play your part when it comes to politics in the sense of registering to vote, when certain letters are being sent around, documents are being sent around that require, your signage. Sign it so we can stand against this horrific legislation, so we can continue to move forward. All right, as a nation, and then play your part in fulfilling your God-given purpose, champ. Just like with the times of Nehemiah, when they were busy rebuilding the walls that fell into ruins, very similar to what's happening in South Africa today. He had a tool in the one hand and he had a weapon in the other hand. All right, so build what God is calling you to build, and then fight against evil that is trying to come against this country as well, by the grace of God, knowing that He's El Roy, He's the God who sees, He's Jehovah Rapha, He wants to heal you and restore you. Jesus came to liberate you from all of that gunk inside your soul. He came to liberate you from all of that sin, all of that gunk, so you can truly become the man or the woman God has called you to be, so you can step into what God has called you to step in. All right, thank you guys for watching. Also, again, consider becoming a member. All right, for as little, listen, it's less than a Big Mac meal at McDonald's for you to become a member of the channel. It helps us in a tremendous way to continue to get the message out there in a big way. So consider becoming a member today. All right, there's a join button over here somewhere. All right, click on it, become a member today, get plugged in. You can literally cancel at any point in time, and I'll see you, Lord willingly, in the next video. Know today, namhlanje, that your voice matters. God bless you, and God bless South Africa.